Chapter 22. Healing the Wound with Love. It took many years, but I learned that just because I was capable of problem-solving 24/7 doesn't mean I should. With a demanding global business and 7 children who had their unique challenges, some of which dwarf the autism diagnosis, I could drive myself into the ground, taking a mental break each day to exercise, read, and quietly talk to God improves mental clarity and is much more effective at relaxing than a glass or two of wine. The autism mom-wine connection is a running joke in our community, but there is a real danger of alcoholism. When the wine wears off, you haven't done anything more to help your mental state or your kids, and you will probably have forgotten any great ideas that you did have. When something happens in one's life that at the time appears to be devastating, the first thoughts are typically, why me? Of all the people in the world, why did this happen to me? I am not too proud to admit that this was the first thought in my mind when we received the autism diagnosis, and it lasted for several months. I have come to understand that these moments are all opportunities. They present the possibility of experiencing the joy of lifting a similar burden from others, and by accepting our crosses with resignation, which doesn't mean passivity, they give us the gift of showing God how much we do love Him. He has done so much, including suffering a gruesome death, to show us how much He loves us. That moment back in the autism conference, when hundreds of crying parents pressed me for help, changed not only my future path, but my perspective on suffering. If we help others by sharing the solutions to problems we have faced, then we turn those crosses into moments of joy. I can honestly say that autism is one of the greatest joys in my life. It has been the cross that carries me. Our family lost everything in the mortgage crash of 2008. We lost our business and home, and our family was literally torn apart. Suddenly finding myself with so much time on my hands back then gave me the opportunity to travel to foreign lands to help others, and eventually to found Gemini. So in a sense, abject poverty was the second best thing that ever happened to me. This change of heart has affected a lot more than just my perception of suffering. During this journey, my ideas of the concept of institutionalization have drastically changed. The word once terrified me, but a trip to Barcelona, Spain, let me see things in a different light. About an hour's drive from the city, there is a community of 3 stately mansions that were purchased to create homes for adults with autism. The residents have occupations and create artistic items that they sell. They have a garden, an indoor-outdoor pool, a gym, a school, and cooking facilities. But more powerful than all these amenities is the sense of camaraderie that the residents enjoy and which permeates all their activities. Although technically an institution, this is a very, very happy place. The people who work here seem more like extended family than strangers thrown together. They have no worries, no cares, loads of friends, and a life full of love. Anyone in the world, no matter their level of independence, fame, fortune, or wealth, would envy their almost idyllic life. As our autistic population is now aging, more residency homes such as this one should be created. We must start planning and building now, because if we wait until we need them, it will be too late. Many people who were thought to have low mental cognition are, in reality, locked inside their bodies, and in many cases, brilliant. We need to come together to invent, if need be, careers for individuals who don't fit the typical mold of genius. Theirs is a unique form of intelligence that may require support in some areas, but that doesn't preclude a life of purpose. It all comes down to perspective, and the lens through which one sees the world is not fought against any outside foe. It is fought against my own procrastination, fatigue, prejudice, complacency, and the status quo. At the end of his life, St. Paul said that he had fought the good fight, which is the perfect way I would explain not only my autism journey, but my parenting journey in general. I may have a few scars, but they are wounds of love that I joyfully earned by embracing the battle.